Hey everyone, Richard here. I'm wanting to give you some ideas and helpful tips for when you want to hire people, put people on staff, and to avoid a couple of mistakes that many of us gym owners do when we do this. I know this myself. I've done many mistakes, so I hope this will help you to not make any mistakes. So first of all, when you want to hire someone, you have to start small. And what I mean by that is that many gym owners, they want to hire somebody full in, and they think they have to offer a full-time job or something like that. And because that's maybe something that we would like to have. But the first process that you want to do, and the first step, is actually to just have a chat and talk with a potential coach. Or if it's somebody who's applying for coaching with you, you need to just take them for a first to talk and ask them about their goals and what they want to achieve. And many times they just might want to have like a part-time job, but if they really aspire to do a full-time job as a coach, then it becomes your responsibility to maybe make a plan. And we're going to get to that in 1 second. But basically, you just want to hear what this coach wants to do, what he or she wants to achieve. And when you've established a goal, and I would establish 2 goals. One goal would be, what would the minimum work be that this person could be doing? And second, I would like to know what is like the main or like a dream goal when it comes to her wage, his or her wage. And it's totally fine to talk about that kind of dream environment and dream job, because that also tells you what this person might be willing to put down in work to make that happen. And you don't have to promise anything at this stage, but you just want to listen, take in, collect information, and then obviously get a first feeling if this is going to be a person that's going to fit. There are very helpful methods about this. There's a book called "It's Not About How, but It's Who." So the question is like, is this person also the right fit for your team? And for that particular process, you would need to know your own type of values that you need to write down. But that's another chapter, and we can talk about that later. So we had this interview. The second stage is where you have to go to the drawing board, and you need to map out what can you offer to this person. If it's, let's say, coaching, you can only map out the hours of coaching that you are able to replace yourself with. And I want you to be careful with this, so don't overpromise, but rather see like what is like the absolute guarantee that you can give on a weekly basis and calculate on that. So if it's like 4 hours a week, then count on that 4 hours a week. That's what you can guarantee, and then you can always add on top, like if this person would add extra hours, that person could report those and get that in extra salary. But start with that minimum or like the absolute guarantee that you can put there. And you should not combine this with like extra hours outside the coaching and maybe taking out trash or anything. No, this has to be a separated role. And if you think this person has a skill set of any sort that you think is very valuable, then you have to write that down. We say if it's programming, then you really need to estimate what is it worth to have a programming. So and you can compare that to, hey, I could buy programming for maybe 100 euros, or you can even get it for free. So what is the real value of having somebody doing the programming, and how much time should that take? And then you just have to set a limit on that. So whatever budget you set on that, if it's 50 euros or 100 euros, that's all you're going to pay for programming. It's not going to be endless hours, because we know that coaches can spend endless hours programming otherwise. And so we need to set the boundaries in that. It could be other parts that this person could help out with. It could be admin parts. It could be cleaning. It could be something else. But then it has to be put into a contract where it says like 4 hours of cleaning a month or 8 hours or whatever, and then the amount of money for that hour. And at the end, you might see, okay, I can guarantee. We say you're going to a meeting now with this prospect client, prospect coach. Now you're going to sit down and say, okay, this is what I can guarantee. And maybe it's just going to be a small part-time role to start with, because your gym can't afford somebody going on a full-time wage. And it's very tempting to give this, but what's going to happen is that it's just going to take you longer as an owner to actually grow the business. You're just going to try to chase, you're just going to be running around trying to fix and repair stuff and you're basically not going to get enough paid for doing that, because you're paying all your money to a coach that is not maybe doing as much as he or she should do. So what you need to also distinguish is obviously the time that you're trading to a coach or so on, you need to use in a better way. Meaning, this is not going to be your free time. It's not going to be time off. This is time where you need to grow the business. That means you need to do new programs, you need to develop new network, you need to get new clients, you need to do marketing, all that stuff. But I understand some people just think I need to just have a break, and unfortunately, we need to at that step actually step up in our work pace. So you have had this chat with your coach. You have given your offer, and then it is simply up to that person to see if that's going to be valuable. We say if you can only start with a small value offer or a smaller job role, but you can also, if you are creative, think about a path how this person will get to his dream job. So whatever that might be, you need to start a nutrition program, you need to start, you need to have X amount of PTs, and you as a gym owner are going to help that person to build that, but you're not going to take any responsibility before that person is actually contributing to the business. And this is a key factor. Every employee that comes into the business has to help and grow the business, not only maintain or stay inside, for example, just coaching classes and going home. If you want to have somebody who's going to build your business with you, you need somebody who is actually going to take responsibility and go outside that role, just coaching classes. Not to say that it's bad only having somebody who's coaching classes, but then just set those expectations that you're only going to pay for those classes, and you're not going to pay for any extra hours outside. And yeah, that's basically how you want to build your roles, and you can do this in different departments as you go. But 3 stages basically. First, you have to gather information. Second, you have to create a plan that you then take to your drawing board. And third, you have to present it to the person. I hope that helps. And when it comes to what you want to pay and what you should pay, I'm going to make a different video about that. So take care and see you next time. Bye.